This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and Forged Irish Stout. Delighted to be joined with H. We've just seen Khalid Ali box to a decision win. Happy out there with that performance?
Yes, very happy with that performance. I've seen that Masquez fight before. He fought against Kieran Malloy. Kieran Malloy being like a massive puncher. I was there in Galway when he was trying to put this kid away, right? Boys, he's very resilient. Do you know what I mean? Very, very resilient. So we knew that I don't want him to make no mistakes. Like I said, for him, it's all new, isn't it? It's a new camp, it's a new changing room, it's new instructions, it's a new voice, and we ain't got little fights or little shows to practice on. It's big stage, isn't it? It's big stage. Does a good ticket. So we played it safe. We made sure that he's just boxing smart, boxing clean, taking instructions. Can he listen and crack on? Do you know what I mean? And I was happy with that. I was happy with that. Do you know what I mean?
How important is that first fight to gel in with a new trainer, a new fighter? How important is that for you that you sort of set the tone for what you want the rest of the fights be, rest of the career that you want to be with Khalid?
In my opinion, I'm not going to say it's make or break, but I think it's a massive deal, isn't it? Because he's going to know for himself, especially having had a previous coach and having had a previous change room. What's that like for him? What does that feel like for him? Do you know what I mean? And if he senses that vibe and he likes that vibe on that night and he gets the right decision, I think they'll walk away with that with a massive confidence boost, which is what he needs. Do you know what I mean? When you're primetime TV, you're going to get accelerated quite quickly. Even if you saw some of the matchups that were getting sent over, they're not joke guys, some of them. Do you know what I mean? That you're getting handed over to. So I think it's very important, and I think we executed that quite well.
Is it important for the time as well? So, whatever he was doing with an old coach, now he's with you, you'd be like, forget whatever happened now. This is the way that we do things. Yeah,
definitely. And that's that's like I said, I praise his previous coach. Are you with me? Definitely. Because you only know it from the coaching's point of view. Do you know what I mean? Every person's got their own point of view of what they're trying to teach and train and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's making those habits of getting used to a voice, certain little languages that every coach creates of instructions that he needs to get with. Do you know what I mean?
What would you look for in 2024 with Khalid?
I would like, towards the end of the year, that he at least headlines a show. Are you with me? I know there's the option of a WBC youth title. Are you with me? And inshallah, if he continues to show what he needs to show, then why not?
Absolutely. We'll go off on a few topics. As I said, we were saying earlier, we did see Harlem Eubank get a win in Brighton over Timo Short's title. Was you happy to see his performance out there? Big homecoming, a lot of pressure on him, but he boxed very well out there.
Amazing. I'm saying, imagine the pressure of, let alone being related to senior, but I'm saying, imagine the pressure of walking out with Chris Eubank Sr. Are you with me? Him being around me just gets me all uptight. So for him to have all of that be trending up in the socials, having the amount of attention that's falling on his shoulders, and then to still walk away with that victory, a massive congrats to him, Charlie, the whole team. Do you know what I mean? Massive congrats, because that's exactly what we want to see. Jim's in a good place, man.
What did you make of Chris Eubank Sr. back on the scene? Very, very does a lot of Harlem's talking for him, doesn't he?
Yeah, I love it. But that's what he needs. That's what he needs. I'm saying that it's a Eubank name. That's what you're doing. It sells itself. It needs to be kept alive itself. So, and massive credit and shout out to his uncle if he's doing that for him. Do you know what I mean? That's what he needs. And I think Harlem needs that, because Harlem's not a big talker. Harlem's not a trash talker. Harlem's not like that. Harlem's the nicest guy you'll ever meet, with the most spiteful left hook you'll ever feel. So it's like he needs someone like that who's gonna do that talking and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? I think it gels well. I think it's wicked.
What would you like next for Harlem? Matcham made an offer for Dalton Smith. He got called out by Adam Azim last week. He's the talk of Conor Benn. Is it a good position for him to be in?
It's there's better now than ever, really. Do you know what I mean? But ultimately, that's down to him and the team, and I'm talking about especially with Senior on the scene to have a think of that. But I think it's a thing where I'd want him to milk this scene a bit more. Do you know what I mean? He should have another couple of fights where he's milking and enjoying being a Eubank, enjoying having his uncle by his side, and so on and so forth, and then have that have that big showdown for the UK.
Absolutely. We do have to talk about next week. Mick Conlan is making the return against Jordan Gill in Belfast. It's fight week, mate. It's fight week, and a lot of pressure on Mick this time, do you feel?
Nah. No, I don't think so. I'm just happy to be by his side and in his corner like I've been from day one. He's a brother of mine, and it's the best fight week you can ask for, man. And I'm not even just joking. That's the best. The energy that guy brings. You feel like you're going to war. Are you with me? It's a whole gladiator scene the whole week. So it's like, can't wait. Cannot wait. I think it's going to be an impeccable performance. Are you with me? Can't wait. Can't wait.
Obviously, he's not with Adam Booth anymore, but with yourself still working with him, is it good to sort of, when he's now with Pedro Diaz, but familiar with someone like you, where, you know, there's still that familiarity, and it's not all new and a whole new setup?
He said he's the new old him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think you can't say better. He's learned amazing stuff underneath Adam. He's learned amazing stuff underneath Brother Adam, and I think now having someone like Pedro Diaz with him was exactly the cherry on top of what he needed. Do you know what I mean? And he's just doing his thing, and he's ticking all boxes. He's making sure that he's thing. He can't wait. Yeah.
Do you feel like this fight against Jordan Gill is for him to make a statement to show, listen, I'm still here, and I'm still, you know, I can still prove that I'm world level?
Definitely, and I think he wants to do that as well. You can see it in Mick's eyes. He's out for some. He's out to commit collateral damage. So I can't wait to see him do that.
Absolutely, H. Always a pleasure catching up with you. Always good seeing you about, mate. So I appreciate it, man. Top man.
Thank you very much.
And obviously you got to shout out the sponsors as well.
Definitely, you know that one already. Massive shout out to New Era, Paycom International, Gatsby Law, are you with me, and Zen Lounge. Thank you so much, Lewis. All the best, brother.
No problem. Pleasure, mate. Thank you, mate. Top man.